Good evening, guys. I hope that you have had a good day. Literally, I've got home from work, which is why my hair literally looks like this. It's like a curly mess. It's like a frizz bomb. But we are going to have a self-care evening. And one of the reasons that I like to do this is because sometimes when you've had like a busy week or a busy day, you just feel kind of overwhelmed and things like you've got a lot going on. So a lot of the times people say that we should have a self-care day, but in reality, I don't have time for a self-care whole day. So we kind of have to fit it around what we're doing. And we're going to do all of the things that make us decompress and feel great about ourselves. I have decided that we're going to make some cookies because what better self-care night than to prep some snacks? And one of my favorite go-tos is a cookie recipe. So we've got that. I have got a little bit of a mocha. The time is, let's see what the time it is. It's actually 7:20 and I'm deciding to drink coffee. I don't know if that's a genius idea or a nightmare waiting to happen, but because I might be up all night, but we're going for it. Don't you just love it? When you can't even... I don't know how... Why is it so tight? Like, who do you think's ever going to get into this? I'm going to have to call for backup because, Jesus, why is this so tight? I genuinely can't get into it. Now that you've mixed this, you essentially want to put this in the fridge. This honestly makes the best cookies. So once the kind of butter has solidified again, it's easier to roll into balls and cook them instead of you having like a sheet of cookie. And if that's what you're going for, then, who knows, you can do whatever you like. But pop it in there for about 15 minutes for the butter to solidify. And then I've just lined, I actually don't have a baking tray, just line these, but having a treat on a self-care evening is just so good. And Charles will not say no to a cookie. So let's tidy up this and then hopefully by the time we've done that, we'll all be ready so we can do the cookies. Plus, if you bake near the beginning of your self-care day or evening, then you've literally got treats for the rest of the day. This will be your best haul. Having a little ice cream scoop. I mean, it's not always easy when it's like solid, but having an ice cream scoop is gonna save you from a lot of ball drama. Another thing that I really enjoy doing is obviously my hair, especially part of the self-care day. But as you can see, my hair is a bit, wild today. We have off days, okay? But Umberto Giannini actually sent me some hair care to try. I actually haven't tried this brand yet, so I thought, why not try it together and kind of show you what I've got. I've been trying to do my curly hair routine and I haven't got it down, okay? We're not perfect over hair. But what we are doing is we're trying to make our hair feel the best that it can. So in here, they actually have sent me more than I thought because they said they were going to send over 2 products. They've actually sent over 3. So the first thing that they've sent is this curl jelly. It's curl jelly, same as like gel. I actually don't know. So it's curl jelly, vanilla gelato. This is gonna actually be delicious, I'm sure of it. I wonder if it actually smells of ice cream. Okay, not getting ice cream, but I am getting vanilla. And who doesn't want their hair to smell like vanilla? I would love that. So the other thing that we have is curl jelly smoothie, leave-in anti-frizz curl treatment. Now this is what I'm talking about because girl, look at this frizz. Look at this frizz. It's, you know what? No one really truly understands unless you have curly hair, curly frizzy hair, like me. All my life, I've literally tried to straighten my hair and tried to have straight hair and always wondered why I couldn't have straight hair. And even when I straighten it, it still goes like you go outside and it's still the moisture still goes in your hair and it still makes it not straight. And so many times I've tried to make my hair fit a mold, and you know what? That's not giving yourself love. Actually, that's trying to change yourself to fit everything else. So we're not doing that. Self-care is about appreciating what we have. And finally, we have, what is this? The Curl Activator Mousse. Brilliant. Look how cute that is. Oh my God, I actually can't wait to use that. So let's go and do our hair together and just have a little hair care, self-care, and then we're going to go to dance, because that's another way that we can enjoy self-care, is looking after ourselves and also picking hobbies that really bring us the most joy. So for me, that's dance, because I can completely switch off. For you, that might be crochet, or that could be painting. To be fair, I do love painting, but today we've got dance and I have ballet and tap. So let's go do my hair and then get ready for that. Okay, now that my hair is wet, also the lighting in here is absolutely terrible, to the point where you can see the shadows now. Ooh, look how weird my fingers look. I think it looks spooky. Oh my gosh. Anyways, now my hair's done, I'm gonna get ready for dance. I'm probably gonna wear my black leotard with my purpley, like burgundy top, and then I'm gonna have dinner. So at least then my hair has time to dry. The cookies are done. We'll have dinner. We'll go to dance. We'll have a good dance session. We'll come home and we'll enjoy the rest of the evening. It kind of did what I didn't want it to do. It's kind of just gone into a tray bake. So I'm going to try and use this to get them out of the tray bake. We'll see. Okay, so the other day I was trying to make these like bows. I don't know if you can see them, but they kind of look cute. And I'm hoping that we can kind of make a little bunting. I mean, I'm seeing if they actually stick down. The problem is, what I have, I feel like they're not going to stick down, but we shall see. Let's have a look. And then if they do, oh, I don't think it's going to. It needs to be stronger. Maybe it needs to be stronger. This might take longer than I thought, but the reason I like to finish with a craft in the evening is just because this kind of winds down. So many days you're just on high alert, like all of the time. And if your job is a high demand as well, it's like your nervous system doesn't get a break. Wait, that kind of looks cute. And now I just have to do a million more. And I did a few the other day, so I'm a little bit ahead. What kind of bunting have you guys seen? I've seen the one, it's like a letter. Those ones are really cute, but I feel like a stapler would be better use of my time right now, because I feel like it's gonna take forever with glue. Mainly because it might not hold it. I feel like stapling would be more efficient. 2 down, a million more to go. Love that for me.
In order to make these lovely bows, what you're going to need is any type of paper. So obviously I've got all the pinks here, but essentially you just want to fold one of the pieces of card in half if you want the same size as what I have made here, and cut the piece of card in half so that you are working with 2 bows. Then you want to fold over one of the corners to the bottom of the page. Now this obviously won't go exactly in half because it is a rectangle, but the idea is that you're making a square, and then once you've folded the corner down to the other side, there should be a little bit that you're going to cut off, and then this will make the square. Once you've got the square piece of card, you then need to fold the opposite corner to the other corner. So then you have four lines that cross the center, or 2 diagonal lines. Then this is the tough part. You want to cut down these diagonal lines near to the center, not all the way because it will just cut them into 4 triangles, and that's not what we want, but we want to cut it near enough so that they stick or kind of have enough room. You want to chop the first triangle that you kind of cut up so you have one straight bit in the middle, kind of like I've done here, and then the opposite triangle you kind of want to cut a smaller triangle out of the bottom so that you have 2 little kind of like the bow ends. So you can see what I've done here, and then with the other 2 little bits, the other triangles, you kind of want to curve the edges in so that when we fold them into bows, they kind of have that bow look instead of having some straight edges. So I just curve in with the bevel. And then if you're working with a stapler, this definitely would be an easier step, but you want to fold in one of the sides of the bow. As you can see here, I was working with glue, so it just isn't sticking as easy as I would have liked, but you just want to do all of the corners. And then once you've done all of the corners, you fold the one piece that's coming out, not the kind of ends of the bow, round the middle, and then glue the end down. You can also add little triangles to the end of the bow just to make them look a little bit more realistic. And essentially, that is how you do the bows. Hopefully that helps you guys.
Okay. Wait, why do they face down? I don't want them to face down. What can I do? Maybe, oh, that's really annoying. I don't want them to face like that. What if I did this? Why do they face the floor? Oh, why if I put them up here? That's cute.
Okay guys, that is going to conclude the self-care vlog. I really do hope you guys got some either inspiration or some new ideas of what you guys can include in your self-care evening or day. And just, yeah, I've just enjoyed spending the day, spending the evening together, and I hope that you have had a really great weekend, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye guys.